How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you once again for tuning in to talk about movies with me. I really appreciate that. The MCU is probably my favorite film franchise of all time, and while Phase 4 is still hit or miss with some people, I thought I'd go back and revisit the MCU, starting from its glory days all the way to now. In the last video in this series, we discussed the 2008 movie Iron Man, which kicked off the entire MCU, and in this video, we're going to be discussing the underrated yet always forgotten 2008 The Incredible Hulk. Before we get into it, if you guys can just do me a quick favor and like the video if you guys are enjoying it so far, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel too. It really helps out the channel grow and everything like that, so I really appreciate that. Also, turn on post notifications if you guys don't want to ever miss a video. I'm gonna be cranking out videos like crazy. We're gonna try to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so hopefully we can do that. Without further ado, let's talk about The Incredible Hulk. So The Incredible Hulk starts off with some of the best intro credits that I've ever seen in a Marvel MCU movie. It's very reminiscent of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, where like little clips show between. It's not really a part of the movie, but it kind of sets the stage of what you're about to see. It shows us a little backstory through the intro, and this is exactly what I needed when watching a Hulk movie, because Hulk, the movie, came out in 2003, so that's only 5 years before this one. I mean, you kind of already saw an origin story. I love the fact that they kind of just sped through that for the first like 5 minutes, showed you what you needed to know, and yeah, the movie just goes on from there. Like I said, in the span of 5 minutes, we understand Hulk's origin story, and we waste no time getting into it. And even though it's only 5 minutes, I think it's much more effective to explain it like this rather than have 25 to 30 minutes kind of just telling a story that we already saw 5 years ago. And that's exactly what most superhero movies and superhero origin movies did. Bruce Banner's on the run from the government and General Ross after the incident that almost killed General Ross's daughter, Betty Ross, which was shown in the opening credits. The movie itself really feels like the bridge between those early superhero movies, those early 2000s superhero movies, and the newer superhero movies, the stuff that we kind of see now, which was really surprising to me because honestly, I don't remember much from this movie. It was incredibly well paced. I think that Louis Leterrier, hopefully I'm saying that right, he really took the time to flesh out the Bruce Banner character. Really, from first watch, we don't see Hulk in action until like the 45-minute mark, other than the opening credits. And I really enjoyed that the movie wasn't marketed around just Hulk smashing stuff and destroying stuff. I really liked how they leaned into more of the smart Bruce Banner stuff and kind of this, like, I hate to say it, but like this duality of man between Bruce Banner and the Hulk persona. In my honest opinion, I don't think the Hulk is that interesting. What makes the character interesting is Bruce Banner himself. And I love the feel of this movie. It definitely doesn't feel like an MCU movie that we've seen recently. If I had to compare it, it would really feel much more like the Bourne series, the Jason Bourne movie. It's really refreshing to watch these earlier MCU movies and kind of see how far we've come, because it's really just a basic character study of Edward Norton's Hulk. Speaking of Edward Norton, let's talk Edward Norton as Bruce Banner and the Hulk. This may be a little controversial, but Ed Norton as Bruce Banner, I honestly think I like him better than Mark Ruffalo. Now, Mark Ruffalo is really, really, really good in the role. I absolutely love both of them, but something about Edward Norton just brings out that, you know, I don't know, it's the portrayal, I guess. And don't get me wrong, Mark Ruffalo has done amazing things with the character, especially in Avengers. I think that's the best character development that we've ever seen but I really just don't know what it is. Something about Edward Norton as this character, it really fits and it kind of just works. It's hard to explain. I don't know, maybe it's the fact that Mark Ruffalo hasn't really had the chance to shine for a full feature-length project as the Hulk, other than like the Avengers movies, but either way, both actors portray the character perfectly. I just think that watching the movie, it seems as a missed opportunity to only have Edward Norton play this character once. Abomination is pretty cool too. It sucks that we really haven't had the chance to revisit this character over the span of a decade, but we did see him in Shang-Chi, and then we're also apparently going to have him in the Thunderbolts movie or project that Marvel is developing right now, so we're gonna have to wait and see what happens with his character, but they set the groundwork. Finally, we'll talk about the post-credit scene. Thunderbolt Ross is drinking his sorrows away after a loss to the Hulk or whatever, and in walks Tony Stark, with all his glory, and he tells Thunderbolt Ross that he's putting a team together, eventually leading up to the Avengers. And at the time, I remember watching this, I was like, wait, that's the same guy from that, right? That's what the beauty of the MCU was, that at first you didn't really know what the plan was, and it kind of just led straight into the Avengers after like maybe 2 more movies. These early MCU movies kind of just know how to set something up, and it was really refreshing to watch that. This is obviously setting up the Avengers, which we're gonna review later on in the series, but for now, that's all I got for you today. Let me know down below in the comment section what you think about the Incredible Hulk. Stay tuned for the next part in the series. We're going to be reviewing Iron Man 2. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. Click somewhere up here if you guys want to watch my Iron Man review, if you guys missed that. Until next time, I will see you guys in the next one.